What's going on, guys? Today I'm going to show you how to jump on inlines and quad skates. Before we get started, if you appreciate all my hard work, please take a second and go hit that like button for me. If you don't appreciate, hit the dislike button and roll out of here, okay? So, jumping, how to jump, all right? A lot of people, when they get jumping, they like to do this thing where they try to do like a long jump. I don't know if you guys seen the Olympics, but when you long jump, you go like that. That doesn't really work very well, okay? Don't try to push yourself forward, okay? Just get that out of your head completely. You don't need to push yourself forward. You know why? Because you're rolling. You already are pushing yourself forward, okay? If I were to jump, I would already get a good distance. So there's two things to remember about jumping, right? You know, actually, before you even get skates on, you want to try practicing this in the grass or maybe at home on the carpet if you can, just with shoes on, because it'll help you get the idea of how to jump high. And to jump high, you just kind of tuck your legs up when you're jumping, okay? Like this. You see how I tucked my legs up as I was jumping? That gets you higher off the ground. If you're looking for just height, that's how you get high, okay? Now the second part of jumping is distance. Now if you want to get the maximum amount of distance, you have to go as fast as you can, okay? And that's dangerous, so just be careful. But that's what the two combining factors of jumping are. It's just height and distance. I notice a lot of people, they try to kind of like push themselves forward, and when you do that, you could see, you know, your wheels are working against you. You know, you're kind of slipping, all right? So like I said, if you want to go further, make sure you're getting more speed. And to prevent yourself from kind of like slipping forward, when you jump, like I said about the height, think about jumping and just tucking your legs up. You kind of want to jump straight up. You don't want to think about jumping forward. You want to think about jumping straight up, like this, right? Now, like I said, if you want to get further, don't push yourself forward, just get more speed and jump straight up. I'll show you. Another thing that really helps me out is, can you see these lines on the ground right here, Amber? So these black lines, or anything on the ground that you can kind of mark yourself, you want to like try and set goals, because I feel like that helps me, you know, figure out how far I can jump. So, I mean, I can jump all of these lines. I'll show you real quick. But if you have a specific spot where you're set to jump and set to land, it kind of like helps your brain, or at least it helps me with that jump, and it'll help you kind of tuck your legs and get the speed that you need. So let me just show you. I'm talking too much now again. So to jump all these, you kind of need a lot of speed. And you see, I tucked my legs up really high there, and I didn't really need to. I'll show you. I can jump that without tucking my legs up super high. You see? So like I said, if you're solely just trying to jump far, you don't have to think about having all your energy to get really high. You just have to get more speed. Just be careful, obviously, because the more speed you have, the easier it'll be to fall. Now, another thing that'll help you, this is another way to set goals for yourself, is get, you know, like a skateboard or anything that you want. And this will help with your height. Just like with the black marks on the ground, if you set goals, you can get further and figure out like what your maximum distance is. Same thing with this. If you have like a skateboard or a bucket or something, work your way up. Obviously, don't start with a huge bucket if you're just, you know, doing it for your first time. But set a skateboard up. Skateboards are real nice because if you hit them, they're just gonna fall right over. You know, you don't have to worry about getting hurt too bad. So just with this, try and figure it out, and just like that, easy, real simple. Now, like I was, you know, you really want to start when your very first time jumping. I would recommend just starting in your house on the carpet or in the grass, perhaps, if you can find a nice place. Just practice jumping straight up, because like I said, you don't have to push yourself forward to get a jump. You just have to figure out the feeling of jumping straight up in the air, because that's the most important part about jumping on skates. So just practice just going like that on the carpet or in the grass, and that'll really help you figure out, you know, the proper way of jumping and landing. Because, you know, when you have your skates on, it's different than when you just have shoes, okay? You gotta figure out how it's gonna feel when you land on your skates. Just like with anything in skating, you have to figure out your balance points and your center of gravity. So just practice that in the grass. I'm telling you, it'll make a huge difference for you. And that's it for jumping, I think. I'm going to put on the quad skates and show you that. They're basically pretty similar. A little differences here and there, but let's go switch them out and I'll show you guys how it works. All right, so we got the quad skates on. Now everything is gonna apply exactly the same with jumping on the inline, so if you didn't watch that, go back and watch it. I don't know why you skipped around. There's important information there. The only difference is that when you're landing on these jumps, just be careful about not landing on your toes, okay? Because you don't have a lot of room to play in the front, okay? When you jump and you land on your toes, you're gonna be falling forward like that. So you really wanna make sure it's important. I think these might be harder to jump on than the inlines, but because you gotta make sure that you really land flat like that. Just super flat, right? So that's really important. Oh, goodness gracious. I'm about to die over here. All right, before I die, I'm just gonna get going. So guys, if you made it this far and you're not subscribed, I don't know why you're not. Go ahead and hit that subscribe button. We make tons of cool content on the channel. We got playlists in the description below of all sorts of stuff you could ever want to watch about skating, not just tutorial videos. So go watch them, all right? And like the video. And dude, I don't know, I'm tired. So we'll see you in the next one. Thanks for watching. Peace out.
Don't forget to ring the notification bell.